Here's a harsh psychology fact you're not ready for. You're not stuck because of circumstances. You're stuck because your identity won't let you leave. Right now, there's a version of you that exists only in your mind, and that version, it's been running your entire life like a puppet master. It's the version that says you're not a confident person. It's the version that says you're bad with money or not smart enough or not the type to succeed. And the worst part? You actually believe it. You've been defending a version of yourself that's been sabotaging you this whole time. Let me tell you a story about Machiavelli. Not the evil genius version you think you know, the real one. When Machiavelli was young, he had an identity. He was a man of philosophy and books. He saw himself as a thinker, not a doer, an advisor, not a decision-maker. That identity felt safe. It felt pure. But then everything changed. He was thrown into politics, real, brutal, unforgiving politics. And that old identity, that pure philosopher version of himself, it got him exiled. It got him tortured. It nearly got him killed. Here's the moment that mattered. Machiavelli realized his old identity wasn't noble, it was weak. It was a prison disguised as virtue. So he murdered it. He killed the version of himself that was too good, too hesitant, too afraid to do what actually needed to be done. He became ruthless. He became the prince. Not because he was evil, but because he understood that his old identity was destroying him. See, psychology calls this the identity behavior loop. And here's where it gets even worse. Your identity literally rewires your brain to look for evidence that supports it. You become blind to proof that you could be different. If you think you're weak, your brain will filter out all the moments where you were powerful. It won't let you see them. That's prison. That's your old weak identity keeping you locked up. But here's where it gets even worse. Most people spend their entire lives trying to change their behavior without ever touching their identity. They go to the gym to get in shape, but they still think of themselves as not an athletic person. So what happens? Within 3 months, they quit. Their identity pulled them back. They try to make more money, but their identity says, I'm not a money person, so they sabotage every opportunity. They pursue their dreams, but their identity whispers, people like you don't make it. And they listen. They always listen. Here's the painful part that nobody wants to admit. Your old identity is actually comfortable. It's familiar. Even though it's destroying you, at least you know what to expect. Machiavelli understood this. He watched kingdoms fail not because leaders lacked power, but because they couldn't kill their old identity as mere princes. They lost everything because they refused to murder their former selves. Your brain would rather keep you in a prison it knows than risk freedom it's never experienced. This happens because of something called cognitive dissonance. Your mind absolutely hates contradiction. If your identity says you're shy, but you do something confident, your brain feels threatened, so it does one of two things. Either it rejects the evidence that you were confident, that wasn't really me, I got lucky, or it forces you back into being shy to restore balance. Your brain thinks this is protecting you, but the reality is it's paralyzing you. The old identity you're carrying around, it was built by your past, by people who doubted you, by mistakes you made, by insecurities you developed. But the truth is, your past is not your permission slip for your future. Your past is just data. It's not your destiny. And this next part explains why your life hasn't changed yet, even though you've tried to change. You've been trying to change the leaves on the tree without ever touching the roots. The roots are your identity, and until you kill that old identity, actually murder it, nothing else will change. If that hit you, good. It means you needed it. Because right now, you're defending a version of yourself that's been betraying you. You've been loyal to a weak identity that's been disloyal to you. And the craziest part, you think loyalty to a weak identity is noble. You think it's being true to yourself. But here's what I want you to understand. Being true to a broken version of yourself is just a slow suicide. It's choosing death in comfort over life in growth. Here's what Machiavelli did that changed everything. He didn't apologize for who he needed to become. He didn't try to keep both identities alive, the pure philosopher and the ruthless prince. He chose. He killed one and let the other fully live. In his writings, he made it clear, a leader who tries to be good and strategic at the same time will fail at both. You have to choose who you're going to be, and then you have to commit to that death and rebirth. Machiavelli spent his exile, broken, tortured, stripped of everything, and he didn't waste time mourning his old identity. Instead, he built evidence of his new one. Every page he wrote was evidence. Every idea was a brick in a new identity. He became the prince. And when his work was finally recognized, it wasn't because circumstances changed. It was because he had killed who he was and become who he needed to be. That's power. That's real transformation. Not some Instagram motivation. Real, brutal psychological transformation through identity death and rebirth. So here's what you need to do. This is the mental trick that actually works. Step 1. Name the identity you're killing. Don't be vague. Say it out loud. I'm killing the version of me that's afraid. I'm killing the version of me that self-sabotages. I'm killing the version of me that plays small. Get specific. Step 2. Stop defending it. Every time you catch yourself saying, I'm just not a confident person, or I'm bad at sales, or I'm not smart enough, stop. You're defending a corpse. Don't do that. Step 3. Build evidence of your new identity, not through giant, unrealistic actions, through small, consistent ones. If you're killing your weak identity and building a courageous one, do one brave thing today. Just one. That's evidence. Do this every single day. Collect evidence of who you're becoming. Your brain will believe it. Your brain has to believe it, because your behavior and your identity have to match. This is how you actually change, not by positive thinking, not by willpower, by killing an old identity and building a new one through evidence. The version of you that's watching this right now, the version that's stuck, the version that's afraid, that version is on borrowed time. You can either kill it intentionally or you can let it kill you slowly. One of these identities has to die. It's just a question of which one. So the question isn't, can I change? You already know you can. Everyone can. The real question is, are you willing to let the old you die? Because your new identity is waiting, but it can't exist in the same body as your old one. If this landed with you, if you felt something shift, I want you to do something right now. In the comments, tell me, what identity are you killing? Be specific. Say it out loud in the comments. Because when you name it, when you say it out there, it becomes real. You're declaring it. And sometimes that declaration is the first step to actually doing it. Your old weak identity had its time. Now it's time for something different. Kill it and let yourself live.